15 physical signs your twin flame is thinking about you. Do you ever surprise if your twin flame thinks about you as a lot as you assume about them? Twin flames share a particular connection. So particular that there are literally some physical signs you can discover when your twin flame is thinking about you. 1. You get goosebumps or chills. The best option to know if your twin flame is thinking about you is to note when your pores and skin begins to really feel prefer. It's lined in goosebumps. This will occur wherever on the physique, however usually occurs on the arms, legs, and again of the neck. You see, that might be an indication that they're thinking about you and missed you. The factor is, when your twin flame thinks about you, they're sending out vitality into the universe. When you decide up on that vitality, you may get the chills or goosebumps. And the perfect half feeling, this might simply be a sign that you have an emotional reference to them and that they look after you deeply. You see, these physical signs don't present up with each twin flame. You have to have a particular connection to ensure that this to work. 2. You are feeling lightheaded or dizzy. One of many first physical signs you may discover is feeling lightheaded or dizzy. This might be an indication that your twin flame is thinking about you, and it's as a result of they both miss you or are simply thinking about how a lot they love you. Normally, you'll be going about your day and abruptly you really feel a wave of dizziness come over you. This phenomenon is particularly widespread when you simply begin out seeing your twin flame. You see, there is a lot vitality between you two, and your physique doesn't know methods to deal with it, so it makes you dizzy. However, don't fear. It's factor. This is simply your physique getting used to the sheer quantity of vitality. Your twin flame is sending out a lot love that it seems like an enormous wave of vitality. This sense will go away with time, but it surely is not essentially one thing to fret about. Nevertheless, emotions of dizziness can even produce other extra severe root causes. If you're experiencing these signs extra typically, it's vital to see a physician to make clear that nothing else is happening. Merely put, you have to get checked out and ensure there's nothing extra severe occurring, and after all, if you really feel lightheaded or dizzy, it might simply be an indication that your twin flame is thinking about you. So higher be protected than sorry. 3. A gifted advisor confirms it. The factors we cowl on this article will give you a good suggestion of whether or not your twin flame is thinking about you. However, even with our skilled recommendation, we all know how distinctive each state of affairs is. That's why we advocate getting a customized studying to actually deal with the problems you're going through. The important thing, nevertheless, is discovering somebody reliable to talk to. After an extremely complicated time in my love life, I discovered that talking to an advisor from Psychic Supply gave me the power and motivation to get my life again on monitor. The advisor I spoke to was type, understanding of my state of affairs, and genuinely useful. My love studying made clear my state of affairs in a manner I wasn't in a position to see alone, and I used to be lastly in a position to clear my head and heal my coronary heart. Not solely can a gifted advisor inform you whether or not your twin flame is thinking about you. However, they will reveal all your future love prospects. 4. Your coronary heart is beating sooner than common. One physical signal is your coronary heart beating sooner than common. When you assume about your twin flame, your coronary heart fee will increase and may grow to be so much sooner than it often is. However, the identical works the opposite manner round. You see, when your twin flame is thinking about you, your unconscious picks up on that. And when it does, your physique naturally begins to react. Your coronary heart fee will increase, your blood stress goes up, and you begin to sweat. This is all as a result of your physique is getting ready for some form of fight-or-flight response. As an alternative of preventing or operating away from one thing, it's getting ready for one thing good. The most effective half? These physical reactions are utterly regular for a brief time frame. Once more, earlier than you ignore this symptom, you ought to make it possible for there is no underlying trigger for your signs. You see, particularly relating to the guts, it's not a good suggestion to go away issues as much as likelihood. A racing coronary heart can have many severe causes, reminiscent of hypertension or worse. Assume about it. When you discuss about it with a physician, and every little thing is medically okay, you have much more affirmation that it's your twin flame thinking about you. 5. You might have butterflies in your abdomen. If you have butterflies in your abdomen, it is perhaps as a result of your twin flame is thinking about you. Individuals typically really feel giddy and nervous after they're ready to listen to again from somebody they like. This sense can even occur when you're ready for a textual content or name from your twin flame. You could really feel fuzzy and on edge or have an intense urge to test your telephone for a message. Nevertheless, with twin flames, you might also get this sense of butterflies in your abdomen on random occasions through the day. This is as a result of your twin flame is sending you loving and supportive ideas, which may make you really feel giddy or nervous. On this case, nevertheless, the sensation of butterflies in your abdomen will also be accompanied by a wave of heat or tingling all through your physique. And the perfect half? The feeling of butterflies in your abdomen will also be an indication that you're falling in love with somebody. 6. You are feeling like crying for no cause in any respect. If you're feeling emotional and on edge for no obvious cause, it might be as a result of your twin flame is thinking about you. Now, that doesn't imply your twin flame is thinking about you in a damaging manner. Don't fear. Let me clarify. This is partially as a result of when you assume about your twin flame, it may carry up all types of feelings, even these which might be disagreeable. You see, twin flames contact all types of emotional wounds within us. Typically, they're the primary individuals ever with whom we could be actually susceptible. In my very own expertise, as soon as you let your guard right down to somebody you love so deeply, it may occur that your physique performs a nervous system launch. Merely put, you simply cry for no obvious cause as a result of your physique is letting go of previous wounds. This could be a very therapeutic expertise. As a result of it signifies that you're turning into extra emotionally healed and able to love once more. And the perfect half? When you're not collectively, this is typically triggered by your twin flame thinking about you. The vitality they're sending out is picked up by your physique, and it remembers that you are with somebody you love now. It is a fantastic feeling to know that somebody you love is thinking about you. 7. You get a headache when they're indignant. If your twin flame is indignant, you may really feel a headache after they assume about you. This is as a result of the vitality from their anger will shift, and it'll enter your head. This can lead to a headache that is generally insufferable. Twin flames are linked on the soul stage, so if one twin flame is feeling robust feelings like anger, the opposite twin flame could properly really feel the identical manner too. Nevertheless, that doesn't imply that your twin flame is indignant with you. Don't fear. Let me inform you an instance. Perhaps your twin flame is indignant at their boss, and whereas they're fuming, they assume about how a lot they wish to vent to you and discuss about their feelings. By doing so, they're subconsciously sending you vitality, which is loaded with anger and may trigger a headache for you. So, if you're having a throbbing headache that appears out of nowhere, and it might be as a result of your twin flame was thinking about one thing that made them indignant. Perhaps you're bored with listening to this, however, once more. Complications are additionally a symptom that may have severe medical causes. So to be able to be on the protected facet when you expertise throbbing complications for longer than a day or two, you may wish to get that checked out. You see, you wish to watch out relating to your well-being. 8. You get an abdomen ache when they're unhappy. This is perhaps an odd one, however, have you ever felt like you have an abdomen ache when your twin flame is unhappy? One of the vital, widespread physical signs your twin flame is thinking about you is that you get an abdomen ache. It's similar to the indignant headache we simply talked about, simply that this time, they is perhaps unhappy about one thing. Once more, you are most likely not the rationale for his or her unhappiness. They may have simply needed to speak to you about it and get a hug from you, therefore why they're sending you that vitality. In fact, you might additionally simply have indigestion, and it has nothing to do with your twin flame. Nevertheless, if this is occurring typically and you've checked that it's nothing medical, possibly it could be a good suggestion to textual content them and discover out what's flawed. 9. You are feeling surrounded by heat. When you really feel heat, it's possible your twin flame is thinking about you and your relationship. Going about your day and abruptly feeling as if the house around you is flooded with heat is an indication that your twin flame is thinking about you. This is as a result of their sending you vitality, which most frequently comes within the type of heat. This is a very nice physical manifestation of your emotions for each other, and in addition, one of the vital nice signs to expertise. In fact, you should test that these emotions of heat should not attributable to an AC or the daylight. However, when they're actually random, you can ensure that your twin flame is thinking about you. And if you nonetheless have doubts, that's once I advocate getting a customized studying by one of many gifted advisors over at Psychic Supply. I discussed them earlier. They've been a fantastic supply of consolation and steerage once I've confronted points in my love life. And their specialist advisors are properly educated within the space of twin flames. So what are you ready for? From giving you readability on the state of affairs to supporting you as you make life-changing choices, these advisors will empower you to make choices about your love life with confidence. 10. You discover a white feather. Discovering a white feather is an indication that your twin flame is thinking about you. As a result of it is an emblem of peace, love, and happiness. It's additionally a religious messenger, so the signal couldn't be extra clear. Now, you don't really should be close to a white hen to be able to expertise this phenomenon. Any sort of white feather counts. In a commercial, in a newspaper, written in an ebook, on a photograph as a sketch. So subsequent time you see or learn about a white feather, your twin flame is perhaps thinking about you. 11. Your cheeks or ears are burning. One of the vital, widespread physical signs your twin flame is thinking about you is that your cheeks or ears are burning. This occurs as a result of the physique has a singular response to like. After we encounter our twin flame, our bodies warm up, and these are usually the primary areas to show purple. The nerves on this space are very delicate, so when somebody we're romantically thinking about pops into our thoughts, it's not unusual for us to really feel heat in these areas. Have you ever felt nervous in entrance of your twin flame and the identical factor occurred? Nicely, after they assume about you and your physique picks up on that vitality, the identical factor occurs. That's why this is a very nice signal that they're thinking about you. 12. Your coronary heart feels prefer it's on fireplace. When you have a deep emotional reference to somebody, it's regular that your coronary heart could really feel prefer it's on fireplace. This is as a result of your twin flame is sending out optimistic vitality to you. And when you really feel that vitality, it's going to make your coronary heart really feel as if it's burning. Nevertheless, the excellent news is that this sense isn't really dangerous to the guts. It is perhaps uncomfortable at first, however you can relaxation-assured understanding that this sense gained at trigger any precise harm to the organ. As time goes on and your twin flame continues to ship out optimistic vitality, this sense ought to go away. Plus, because the connection grows stronger between you two, and so they proceed to ship out extra optimistic vitality, you will get used to the depth of their vitality. Once more, relating to issues of the guts, it's at all times higher to be protected than sorry. So, as a substitute of ignoring this symptom, go and see a physician about it. 13. You get sudden bursts of vitality. You may discover that when you're feeling low and in want of a pick-me-up, you abruptly have a burst of vitality. This might be as a result of your twin is thinking about you and they're attempting to present you a few of their very own power. After we are in love, we are usually extra energetic and cheerful. This is as a result of we're experiencing the consequences of affection on our physical, our bodies, and our spirits. When your twin flame thinks about you, they will ship you vitality and make you really feel extra energetic and comfortable. This is a very nice feeling. However, the perfect half is that it's additionally an indication that your twin flame is thinking about you. 14. You consider them the extra your twin flame thinks about you, the extra possible you are to assume about them. This is as a result of, as a twin flame, you have a powerful emotional connection and are drawn to at least one other. Once they're thinking about you, they're sending out vitality into the universe. That vitality could make its manner into your life and trigger you to think about them. This might occur at any time or place, however usually occurs when you're going about your day and abruptly keep in mind one thing about them. It's like their ideas have been imprinted on your thoughts. 15. You get the hiccups. There's a saying that when you have hiccups, somebody is thinking about you. Nicely, guess who that somebody is? It's your twin flame who is thinking about you and sending you little reminders that they're with you. This will occur when you're doing one thing routine like sitting at your desk or driving. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the hiccups will hit. This is very true when you haven't performed something that might trigger hiccups, reminiscent of eat too quick, drink carbonated drinks, drink too quick. Are they thinking about you? After listening to all these signs, do you assume they view on their thoughts? It's superb to see how robust the connection between twin flames could be. Hopefully, you ought to now have a good suggestion of whether or not your twin flame is thinking about you. But when you'd nonetheless prefer to get extra readability on the state of affairs, talking to a gifted advisor is the easiest way to go. I discussed psychic supply earlier. Based mostly alone private expertise with them, I do know they're the actual deal. Their advisors are type and genuinely useful. So if you actually wish to resolve why your twin flame is thinking about you, get in contact with an advisor and take your future into your personal fingers. I did, and it modified my life.